Welcome, friends. This is Jenna Amberge. I'm the Assistant Director at Sky Lake Camp and Retreat Center. I come to you on this Monday afternoon for our mini hike. I wanted you to get a view of the trail from which I had come. This is on the Witch Hazel Trail and one of our hills that are part of the trail we sometimes call Kill Hill. Yes, depending on what way you travel on this trail, whether you're running for our 5K or you're just walking, that particular part of it is our steepest point. But I'm walking with you on the trail up through the upper portion towards the west shore. So I'm going to turn the view around because I've discovered that during the course of this past winter and fall, one of our trees fell down across the trail and has forced me to make a choice about which way to go. When you're walking and hiking on trails, and you come upon something like this, you have to make the best choice for your safety. So probably not best to go around under that you're looking at now. So I'm going to choose to go to the right and make my trail through the trees. I promised Matt that I would, on the hike today, I'd be watching for things like this and moving branches and sticks and all sorts of things that sometimes we end up having to do daily if we're walking on the trails to make sure they stay safe. So that was my little adventure on my hike today. But this is on the Witch Hazel Trail. It may look like a wet and dreary day, which in some ways it is. But it's been a beautiful hike. Every time I walk on the trails, I see different things that I haven't seen in the past. I'm going to pick up a branch here that shows you what a young witch hazel tree would look like. It has a green look to it. And then it grows. It's intermittent amongst all of these other trees. It takes the lower canopy level rather than the higher, taller trees. Witch hazel is the ingredients of the tree, the bark, and the branches and leaves can be removed and made into a natural remedy that can be used for certain skin conditions. But the witch hazel is beautiful around here. I'm going to scan sideways so you can see too as we're walking. This is part of our 5K trail run and hike. If you remember from my pine tree hike Friday, this is also part of it. And you can see the critters also love to nibble on our signs. One of the things that we share our neighborhood with are the animals that live in the woods. We take our time to enjoy that synergy of us living together. And with things like that tree that had fallen across the trail, sometimes we have to do some trail maintenance to clear it. We've had a couple of winters where there had been some heavy storms that had blown over some trees. If you're familiar with how you tell the age of a tree, it's what they call dendrochronology, is you count the rings. And it can tell you about the life of that tree. This particular one, it's really dark. I remember being able to read and count those circles in years past. Don't ask me how many years old it is. I don't remember that part because I test and look at so many different trees. But this is the walk through. Today is a beautiful day to just hear the drops of the rain passing through the trees. Such a sweet sound. This trail, I would say, would be kind of a easy to intermediate type of hike, mainly because the length of it and adding the hills in the midst. I love being on this trail in the winter, especially snowshoeing. Most of the time I go the reverse direction that I'm walking now because I don't always like to walk up Kill Hill in snowshoes. It's so much easier going down. There's a tree up here, a stump, that we might be able to see the circles, the rings. There's a big, huge root ball. I have to watch where I'm stepping. So you see how the moss grows on it. And you can see the contours of the circles. If you were to count them, you could tell the age. If they're a wider circle or ring, you're going to look for, generally that means it was a wet or warmer year. And if it's a finer or thinner rings, it was a cold or dry year. So it's always fun to stop and take a look at those and then wonder what was the thing that made it a wider circle. What other stresses did the trees? Sorry if I rotated it far enough, but there's a little better view of some rings. That's pretty cool. The deer live up in this area and run through here all the time and bring all sorts of paths that cross the trail. The squirrels are still out here as well. I hope you've enjoyed this little walk through the forest with me. Join us again this week on Wednesday and Friday afternoons for another mini hike at 1:30 each day to show you some more of the wonderful spots around Sky Lake. And don't forget, once you're done with your hike and you get back, you always want to have a little snack or a treat. You can order some of the baked goods and fixins that Kevin makes. If you look at the link on our Facebook page, our website, to order baked goods by 10:59 a.m. on Thursday. And you can deliver, you can pick up here at Sky Lake at 11 o'clock or at Choconote Center in Johnson City, Choconote United Methodist Church, on Saturday afternoon. Have a wonderful and blessed day.